Khomeini in Tahrir al-Wasila, his book, stated that one can have sexual pleasure, which is istimta', tafreez, which is to, astaghfirullah, I don't even want to say, not penetration. I'm not saying sex. I'm not saying penetration. I'm saying you can have sexual pleasure with a baby girl, with an infant. Khomeini, the head of the Iranian Revolution, he wrote this and he knows this and he confirmed it. And then what does he do? He jumps to the Prophet's marriage to Aisha and claiming there is no difference. I am trying to explain to him how there is difference. Difference is one is a baby girl infant and one is an adult. Wait. We will see. We will see not by Islamic standards. We will. Okay, we'll time it now. 2 minutes. Because he's not gonna stop. He's not gonna stop.
I will do it.
Can someone time it? 2 minutes.
This is
because he's not gonna.
He's hurting, mutah hurting all the
because he is a very polite person. I know Mustafa for years. He's a very polite person. Today he's flipping. There is something wrong. And the reason he's flipping, because a polite person like him, when he starts flipping, there is something wrong.
Because you're accusing us of something that's incorrect.
Am I flipping?
No.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yeah, you are flipping.
It's true.
I mean, you're older than my dad, perhaps.
How old are you?
25.
25.
2 minutes each.
How old is your dad? Just out of curiosity. He's older than your dad. How old is that? I have a 30-year-old son by now.
15.
Yeah? Okay. Now, my time started, yeah?
Yeah, just now.
Khomeini said in his book Tahrir al-Wasila, you can have sexual pleasure with a baby girl, with an infant, suckling infant. It's very specific. The Arabic language of his fatwa is very specific. He agrees with it. He said yes, he wrote it. He confirms it. Then he equates it to attack Ahlul Sunnah. He equates it with Aisha radiallahu anha's marriage with the Prophet, which took place when she was 9. I am claiming she was an adult by those standards. Why? Because she had reached puberty. And how do you reach puberty? How do you reach puberty? We will simply Google puberty. Puberty. Okay? Puberty. Hey, we have definition of puberty. Okay? Puberty is the natural physical process where a child's body changes into an adult body through hormones.
Yes.
Typically starting between ages of 8 and 13 for females and 9 and 14 for males. This is Google search, a simple Google search. I put the word puberty there. Now, it is possible to reach the age of puberty at 9. Okay, now we're gonna do another search. The definition of a child. Google, Chef Google in Dawah. Okay. Definition of a child. Okay, of child. What is the definition of a child? Okay, let's go. A child is a young human being between birth and puberty. So anyone who reaches puberty, according to Chef Google, is not a child. So to equate having sexual pleasure with a baby girl, a suckling infant, and a person who has reached puberty, and by that definition, an adult is what? Is Shiaism. That's Shiaism. I'm not even going to call it stupid. I'm going to call it Shiaism. My time is up. Now, you see how beautiful that was? Yeah? Now, break that. Go ahead, break me. Ready, 2 minutes. Go.
So basically, An-Nawawi, in his Sharh Sahih Muslim, he mentions that you're permitted to marry a suckling baby, like a 2-3-year-old baby, and if she's like fat enough, you can basically have sex with her. So Ahl Sunnah, they actually don't have any age when it comes to when you can have sexual intercourse. And Nawawi mentions that you can have sex with a baby, penetrative sex. Al-Wad إذا كانت تطير. They actually mention that she's like fat, Samina, he uses that example. If she's like chubby and she's like 2-3 years old and you can have sex with her, there's no issue with that. And Nawawi has that opinion.
It's lying.
No, I'm not lying.
That's fabrication.
No, don't worry.
Yeah, that's
That's his time.
Okay, so basically, their narrations about Aisha mentions that she was on urjuha, on swings, like a child. She had dolls, a duma that she would play with, like a child. And then she had friends that would come over and visit her, and those friends would run when they would see Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. It's a disgusting image with regards to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. This guy wants to come over and portray us as people who want to, commit like
Have sex
child
with babies.
Why are you getting interrupted? Are you not able to control yourself? So basically, when it comes to Al-Khou'i or Khomeini or these other scholars, they're speaking about permissibility, ibtida'an, an initial based permissibility, not hukman
Can you have it again to check the audio?
when you have no knowledge about usul al-fiqh, you basically come and say this is permissible. There's something in usul al-fiqh known as la darar, no harm. So from an initial based ruling, there is nothing that can make this haram from an initial based ruling. But when you implement usul al-fiqh, such as the qaida of la darar, then it becomes haram, like consensus of scholars. Like for example, swimming in the North Pole. There's no hadith that says you can't swim in the North Pole. But because it has darar, then it becomes haram. That's the logic, basically.
Okay, no interrupting, Rumi. If you want to take 10 extra seconds, no problem, you can. Because
One question, brother, please.
Wait. Let me address this point. Wait. Start my time. So what's happening here? I want everyone to notice and pay attention. He is justifying having sexual pleasure with a baby girl, infant suckling baby girl. That's what he just gave you was a justification. No. Don't deny it. We just started the time. Look at this. Look. You see. You see. In your turn. My prophet. Who's my prophet?
Your prophet sallallahu. That's why your prophet.
He's not saying your prophet. He's saying your prophet. So he's not their prophet.
Listen. If he's lying, if he's
Start my time again. Start my time again. No, I didn't say that.
Don't you dare, you fool. I'm done with this. This guy over here on camera accusing me of like a man having sex with children.
You have your
You know the repercussions of such like accusation. It's so disgusting. I'm done with it.
Wait. Mustafa, you can't destroy.
And my friend.
So I'll continue. Okay.
My question
No, wait. I'm going to come to your question. Now let me address this point. Okay. He is upset because this is an absolutely indefensible point. No human being on the planet Earth will ever accept this. What their scholars have written in their books. Khomeini, he admitted on camera, it is recorded and people will be watching this video. He said, yes, Khomeini wrote it. And yes, he wrote these words in Arabic and we translated them into the English language. He accepted it. And then he gave a justification that what the scholars are saying, as long as there's no harm. Did you hear him? As long as there's no harm, you can do what? You can do what? If there is no harm, you can do what? You can do sexual pleasure. Okay? And I don't want to describe, A'udhu Billah, my imagination. My imagination is not as rich as Khomeini's and the mullahs. Okay? They are a bunch of perverts. They are absolute Epsteins. Okay? People are talking about Epstein Island. You need to go to Iran and see the mutah centers. Go to Karbala and you see those tents outside the shrines. Okay, where women are standing outside and calling young men, come inside. Wallahi, yesterday I watched a video. Last night I was watching videos on Twitter, and there was a video, one video which I posted on my Twitter account, which is a guy giving charity in Karbala. He's standing, and when you go to Makkah, the Kaaba or Medina, what do people giving? What do you see there? Dates, water and dates. They are giving water and dates to Hajjaj. They are because this is charity, this is sadaqah. This guy in Karbala, okay, is giving charity to young men, every young man who's passing. Guess what he's giving? Cigarettes. Wallahi. Okay. And you might think I'm making this up. Wait. Let me bring out my Twitter account. I'm going to show you that video. I'm going to
give them shisha, cigarette.
Okay. Then I watched another video where, excuse me for saying this, they are distributing condoms in Karbala. In Karbala. What the hell are you doing? Imagine in the Kaaba, if a Sunni scholar or someone, instead of giving dates and water, someone was giving out condoms. Why are you giving out condoms in Karbala? In Karbala, why that place? Because that's the hub of mutah. That's where people want to go to paradise. And how do you go to paradise? The more mutah you do, the closer you get to paradise. There is a report in the books of the Shia, okay, that says if you do mutah once, you get the reward of Hussein. Twice Hassan, thrice Ali. And then if you do it 4 times, you reach Jannah. And if they could, they would take people to Allah as well. Okay, so the point is, why was he? He's a polite guy, Mustafa. I've spoken to him for years. Today he was very triggered because Abu Abdullah, the man making noise, landed him in this pit.
And he will report him.
He didn't have to be angry like this. Abu Abdullah did this to him because of mentioning mutah. I told him, you really want to talk about mutah? Mutah is one of the things that no Shia wants to comfortably talk about. In fact, they cannot talk about it publicly because what their scholars have written in the books, it is absolutely, utterly haram in Islam. In our Islam, Sunni Islam, it is absolutely haram to marry a person who is not an adult, okay, who hasn't reached the age of puberty or who hasn't reached the physical maturity to be able to have a relationship, a sexual relationship. It is haram in Islam. Okay, what he was saying about Imam Nawawi, I can guarantee you is lying. And he's adding things there, like he was adding in brackets. So they have no defense. So what they do is, when they get stuck like this, they start throwing things at him. Oh, Nawawi said this. Imam Ahmed said this. Oh, Abu Hanifa said this. And when you go and check, they said nothing like that. Right? So mutah, apart from the shirk and bid'ah and other things, right? Mutah is one of the most disgusting and one of the most difficult topics for them to deal with. Because in their version, in the Shia 12-er mutah version, a woman doesn't have to tell her family. She can meet a guy on the street and they can both agree that let's go and have sex. And he pays her 10 pounds and she goes in a room and that's it. No wali, no witnesses, just an agreement. What is the condition of mutah? An agreement on what she's going to be paid. That's it. And that's it. And there is a report in the books that a man came to the Imam, one of the Imams. Okay? Either Imam Ja'far Sadiq or Imam Muhammad al-Baqir radiallahu anhuma. And these are all lies attributed to them. They could not be this disgusting. Okay? Because Imam, so this man comes to the Imam and he goes, oh Imam, I did mutah with a woman.
Yeah, I know this.
And she told me she was married. Later on, I asked her and she said, yeah, I'm married. So the Imam, instead of telling him, you donkey,
why you check?
fasik, whatever, yeah? He told him, why did you even ask her? Why did you even ask her? Can you believe that the Imam would say this?
No.
Someone like Imam Ja'far Sadiq, Imam Muhammad al-Baqir, they claim all these reports about mutah to them. They attribute to them. I'm asking them, why did not one of these Imams practice mutah?
Never.
If it's a good deed, if it's a virtue, why did Ali, Hassan, Hussein, Zainul Abidin, Muhammad al-Baqir, Ja'far Sadiq, Musa Kazim, okay? Why did none of these Imams practice mutah? Why? If they are sending the Ummah to Jannah by doing mutah, why? And the Quran says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, lima taquluna ma la tafalun. Oh, who you believe, why do you preach what you do not practice? So they say Imams told the Shias, do mutah and you'll go to Jannah. The more you do mutah, and wallahi, the reports are so disgusting. The reports about mutah are so disgusting that if I start explaining them, there are reports like when a man and a woman are in a mutah, and when they're actually doing the act, angels cover them. And with each and every, wallah, if I start going into details, it's going to turn into X-rated. And I don't want to get this video X-rated, right? So I'm telling you, the details, go to Kitab al-Mutah in their books and read the reports attributed to the two Imams. You will vomit, you will throw up. This is how disgusting that stuff is. And they say these are the teachings of Imams. We follow the Imams and you don't. We love the Ahlul Bayt and you don't. We don't love your Ahlul Bayt, your version, your attributions to them. We love the Ahlul Bayt. We love the family of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. We love all of them. But what you attribute to them and what you make them out to be, we do not love that picture, that image you paint of them, because you paint an evil image of them. You attribute these evil teachings to them. How can Imam say all this and not do it? It's like the Prophet ﷺ teaching, do X, Y, and Z, and he doesn't do it. What do we call Sunnah? Sunnah is to follow the way of the Prophet ﷺ. So, if mutah, they say, oh, all the Sahaba used to do mutah, and Asma bint Abu Bakr, she did mutah. Okay, that is such a lie, wallahi. First of all, there are two issues with that report.
Yeah.
Number one is, it was talking about Hajj.
Exactly. Mut'at al-Hajj.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hajj, tamattu.
Mut'at
Right?
al-Hajj.
Yeah. This is one. Second, let's assume it's talking about Zawaj al-Mutah. But she said, what are the words? What are the words? Na'milu. Right? Yeah, na'milu means we used to do it. She's not saying we means the Arabs. The Arabs used to do it. And she's describing a historical phenomena. She's not saying I used to do it. This is how, when I talk about the Shia religion,
Have to